Okay, so what's up, everyone? This is some shy guy, and today I've got a brand new commentary. And this time, we're going to do a commentary on a fanboy. A fanboy that doesn't respect ours opinions while being condescending and pretentious to anyone who dares to say anything bad about their precious product. Here's the thing. You can enjoy something, but you can also say bad things about it. The Angry Video Game Nerd's review of Earthbound is a good example of this. So, what exactly happens when a Pokemon Scarlet and Violet fanboy gets salty because someone said something bad about his precious game? Get comfortable because we're about to dive into some real cringe.
Can we take a moment to talk about some of the negativity being geared towards Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? The amount of comments that I get in my videos regarding these few things is honestly kind of disappointing. These games are too easy now. That may be so, but those of you that are comparing them to the OG Pokemons like Red and Blue, that was about 25 years ago. I would hope that by now a Pokemon game isn't getting the better of you.
Oh boy, because some people have made complaints about a game doesn't mean that the game is gain to them. They just say their piece and probably move on and do something different with their time. It's not like they write on the walls all day just saying how much this game sucks. And another thing, you can make this game as difficult as you want to. Like you can choose to actually go directly to the gyms and thus make the games hard because the game expects you to do training and catching in between your journey. Too easy, my ass.
I mean, you are a full-on adult at this point.
Whoops, I'm sorry. I guess I don't have the right to critique something because I am an adult. I'm sorry. I didn't know that. Like, I should be able to critique the slaughtering grounds. I should be able to critique Final Fantasy 13. I shouldn't be able to critique any shitty game because I'm an adult. I didn't know. Oh boy, I've seen the error of my ways now.
Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's bad to want something more difficult to play. What I'm saying is that if you want something difficult,
Okay, so let me guess. You're going to recommend games like maybe Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, or maybe any of the other spiritual successors of Pokemon, or any of the Pokemon ROM hacks? Those would be good things to recommend. Are you going to do it?
there are plenty of options for you out there. But play Elden Ring.
Bravo! Hey, newsflash, genius. Elden Ring has nothing to do with Pokemon. You really had to use the Dark Souls argument in order to make a point when it has nothing to do with catching or taming monsters. Well done there, buddy.
These games are rated E for a reason. They're meant to be playable and accessible by everyone.
Okay, as much as I like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and yes, I will confess that, I can acknowledge that the game has its faults. And guess what? Our Pokemon games before this didn't really have this bad as performance issues. And guess what? Those games were rated E for everyone. So were Pokemon Black and White 2, and so were Pokemon Coliseum. What is your point?
Children included, believe it or not.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone who has played these games know that they're catered towards kids. People aren't that stupid. Believe it or not.
These graphics look so bad.
Wow, you are a condescending douchebag. You talk down to your audience and you don't even look at any other side of the argument. Instead, you get hypocritical and get upset when people critique something and you accuse them of being toxic while you yourself are being incredibly toxic. Well done. Hypocrite?
Did we ever really play Pokemon for the graphics though? For me, it's always been about the journey it takes you through or the team that you get to build in the game. And more importantly now, it's the shinies that I can catch and show off to my friends. They peaked at Gen Blank. Listen, it's okay to outgrow and lose interest in a game.
In our words, if you're an adult, it means you've outgrown a game. Yeah, using the same argument as Capcom did when Resident Evil 6 flopped is a really good idea there. And also, your whole White Knight excuse of don't like it, don't buy it is utterly pathetic as hell.
Just move on. Play whatever you enjoy. You don't have to be salty and ruin the experience for somebody who might be looking forward to this game.
So, because I said some negative things about this game, it must mean that somewhere someone can hear me say these things, and thus I ruined their experience. Well, I'm sorry if that's the case, but no, it's not the case. Where are you pulling these things out of your ass? No one is ruining anybody else's experience. Okay, maybe that's not true completely. There may be some salty Pokemon fans out there that are literally attacking people because they bought Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but I haven't heard anything about that. They're just expressing their opinion, genius. And that's it. That's the entire video. Just some dude throwing a huge temper tantrum because he saw some negative comments somewhere about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. The thing is, again, some of these quote unquote negative comments you read are probably from people who may either not like the game, but they might also be enjoying the game while expressing their frustration with it. I'm sorry to say this, but your black and white morality completely fails here. There is no extreme here. These are people just expressing their grievances and their annoyances with the game. There should be nothing wrong with that. In conclusion, it's not hard to get along, but to also express what we like about a game while also talking about the things that we didn't care about it. This guy is not the voice of gaming and is not the voice of the Pokemon fandom. I played Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Yes, the performance issues are pretty bad, but guess what? Despite that, I still like the game. I still think there are some very redeeming qualities about it, and especially the story in some places. So, with that said, don't listen to this guy. He is not your voice. And with that, stay shy, everyone.